Okay, in this video, we're going to talk about how to capture those dates, right? Those confirmed date, right, in this list here. So how to do that, right? So we have entered this value here inside the regex, right? So let explain that, right? So now, first of all, right, you see that there's this outer non-capturing grouping, right? So non-capturing grouping, and then inside there is this D, right? So let's talk about that. The first, right, the group that we want to capture, right, is that it will be digit, right? It can be 1 or 2 digit, right? So and followed by this. What does this mean here, right? What does this mean? This means that it's the optional hyphen. Optional hyphens. After that, it followed by another digit, right? So another digit right here. It can be 0 digit or 2 digit, because like in this case here, right? 17. There's no 2 dates, right? So that's why we can use this here, and followed by a space, right? So this is the space, meaning space, and then it can be optional as well, right? With or without space, right? So look at this, right? So if I just put like this, right, it will still capture, right, as a 18 August. All right. Now the next thing is that it's going to be capturing the 12 months, right? So it can be any of these, right? So that's why we have the another set inside there. There is another non-capturing group, right? So it's going to be January, but it can be J in, right? Or it can be January. That's why it will also this read together as one, right? So that it will follow by any uh, characters here, right? So let's say here, right, I can just put in August, right? So it will still capture it, because right, it will be there. Of course, right? We, we don't just exactly like you can see that, or just because this right will be there as well, right? So um yeah, so it's a general way to capture the. We assume that the words that they type in, right, will be correctly done, right? So if I say Juna, right, so it will still have it, right, because that's this is how we set up this thing. So 17 June, and then February. Now let's say that yeah. So now, however, right, if we go to this here, the 10 days, right, it will not be captured. Why? Because that, yes, we have a digit here, but we don't have that. It doesn't follow by the this January here, right? So it doesn't follow by January here, right? So that's why it won't capture, right? But however, if I just put a Janus, right, I think you will get, right. See here, right, 10 Janus, right. So um so hopefully it will not be too complex like that, right? But if you say 10 Janus, right, so it happens to be like 10 June, it might, right? So usually that is not the case, right? So yeah, so 10 Jan, right, will capture that date as well. So that is the whole idea of using this grouping, right? So again, right, the question mark, the hyphen, the question mark means that it's optional. As for this also, that is optional, right? So yeah, so you can happen there, right? This is only 1 digit, right? And this one here, the space, right? So what's the difference between these two? Yeah, a question mark and this here, right? So you see here, there's only one question mark, right? But what if I say that or 0 or more, right? So but here's only one, right? It cannot be, I mean, like this here, right? You cannot be just put 2 there, right? I mean, right? See there, right? If I have this here, it's gonna have this. But if I put 2, right, no people will put something like this, right? So that's why it would use the question mark. The question mark means that 0 or 1. But if you use the asterisk, right, is that 0 or many, right? Because why? You can be like say 17, right? I can just put like this here, right? It is still 17 June, right? So or maybe accidentally they just put 2, so you can still consider as the date as well. Yeah. So that's the difference between the asterisk and the question mark. And thanks for watching. Right?